today I'm here with our special guest. Finally, we get to introduce him. We've been waiting so long. So Tony is our client care specialist. He's our assistant, and Tony has been with us for about 4 months now.
4 or 5 months. Yeah.
4 or 5 months.
We're there.
And has made a tremendous impact on our team. He is responsible for taking care of our clients on the back end, making sure nothing falls through the cracks. He keeps all our systems in place so that nothing falls through the cracks, and we are very lucky to have him. So Tony, without further ado, we want to introduce you to everybody finally.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
And so it's great to have you on and do this podcast. I appreciate you doing this and coming on camera with me for the first time.
Of course.
But I think it's important for people to know who they're dealing with, and you know, the put a face to the name that they're seeing.
Most definitely.
You know, our clients are seeing, and,
Right.
and everybody's seeing, right? So. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself, where you came from, what your background is in terms of your work, right?
Yeah.
Like, and why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, wonderful. So, hi guys, my name's Tony. Very good to finally get to meet you guys. I believe I've worked with some of you already, but hopefully I get to work with all of you soon. So me and Vinay, now 5 months, as he said, you know, I've came from working at real estate for 5 years now, I believe, a little over 5 years. I started Century 21 part-time, and then I kind of moved up from there to head admin, and now I get the honor to work with Vinay. Vinay as his executive assistant. Very wonderful mentor, I must say. I think this is the first time I'm feeling so appreciated, and finally I feel like I'm going somewhere with my career. You know, very wonderful here. Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. And yeah. Tony, you know, is going to be growing with us as we grow our team, and we want to make sure that you know, we can add another team member hopefully by the end of next year. I don't think everybody knows, but we're going to be introducing a new team member in the new year, and then at the end of the year potentially another one, but we already know who we're going to be introducing in the new year, obviously.
Do we want to let them know?
Should we keep it under wraps? Or
Okay. I think it's a big surprise. So
big surprise.
You know what? Let's keep it up.
Yeah, and then we can do another round table with all of us after.
Yeah,
so,
let's do that.
So yeah, the thing is that we're growing, and we're growing in a very positive way. And we're doing it the right way to make sure that, you know, ultimately we can take care of our clients and take care of more clients in the right way.
Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah, not to take the spotlight off you, but I wanted to. So tell us about you. I find one thing I find really interesting about you is your, like, where you were born. I find that really cool.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, not much of a memory there because it's been over 20 years now. You know, I was from Costa Rica. This was my first place, Spanish was great until I moved here. Had to learn English, had to drop that, and then continue speaking my home language, which is like Cantonese with my parents, right? And so unfortunately Spanish is gone. I wish I could kind of retain that or maybe learn it again, because it's a big language, and even now it's like the second biggest language, right? So,
do your parents still speak Spanish?
I think my mother still speaks partial Spanish. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It is.
I thought that was a cool thing when you first told me. I did not expect you to say you were born in Costa Rica.
No, yeah, great place to retire. Not too much to kind of live and thrive off, but retirement's great. Yeah, I think I'd go back there for retirement.
I think it's changed. Like we just had some very good friends of ours actually move to Costa Rica, and they sold everything here and moved to Costa Rica, and they're so happy. Like they actually really like it there. So I think it's changed probably since 20 years ago, obviously.
Yes, for sure.
And I would imagine it's a little bit better, right? But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's how you make where you live, right? It's how you make the home out of where you live.
Exactly.
So, yeah. But yeah, so you had real estate experience before you came to work for us, and you were actually serving about 30 agents. Or more?
I think it was 30, about there, maybe a little more.
Yeah. So, how, like, I mean, you had a lot of experience with, you know, that back end already when you came to work with us. Now, how are you finding working here? Like, is there a difference in terms of, I guess, how are you using the skill that you built there to apply it here to kind of help us in growing our kind of team?
No, definitely a big difference. Working with 30 agents, you don't get to kind of independently work with just one person.
Yeah.
And that's what I find right now. You know, we're very detailed. We can follow up with each and one of our clients. Whereas with 30 agents, there's 30 agents, they have 2 clients each, that's already 60 clients, right?
Yeah.
And so you don't get to pay too much attention to every client. And I love it here because, you know, I've always loved making my clients happy, our clients happy, and so I can really see that when someone purchases a home or sells a home, I can see their joy.
Yeah,
you know, I love that.
I think also, like, from what I'm noticing from you, like working with you, you have so much more to offer than just like pushing paper for our clients, right? Like, I mean, you're like, we collaborate so much, right, in terms of like coming up with marketing, like what are we doing this month, and I think that having your input in that and kind of you're able to put your own spin on things, and you have that flexibility, I think just allows you to be so much more creative in this role.
Yes,
right?
That's what I was just about to say.
Sorry.
This role gives me a lot of creativity, brings out a lot of my own creativity, which I never thought I had. Yeah, and so that is amazing. Yeah.
So I love it, and you know, it's we're constantly almost every day we're having these meetings and talking about, you know, this is what we're gonna do, and so you've played like a pivotal role in our team and kind of getting those projects that we've been wanting to do for so long up and running and getting things going and moving us ahead. So so we're very thankful.
No, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Yeah.
So tell me, like, you've been in obviously the real estate scene for quite some time. So, like, what are you noticing the biggest differences from when you first started to like now? Like, is it like the technology that you're using? Is it like, what is it?
Oh my goodness.
I know what you're saying. I think I know what you're gonna say.
Yes.
But yeah.
So the company I worked for before, you know, they were pretty outdated. We still use the typewriter.
Yeah.
Especially for drafting offers, listing agreements.
Yeah. Tell us more about that. All that.
Yeah, that was a hassle from when I had to learn how to use a typewriter. You know, it's so different. You feed a paper in, and you make one mistake, you can't go back.
Sorry, what year was this?
This was only, I would say, 6 years at most back.
6 years ago.
And I was still using that, I would say, a year or 2 ago. You know,
wow.
I know the office still using that right now. Up to this day, they're still doing that.
Right, and so they're typewriting their offers on the forms that are provided by Trev.
Yes.
Which are like the archaic forms, which are like the carbon copies.
Yes, and then
for you guys that don't know, it's like the carbon copies that you actually handwrite or typewrite, versus what we do now, which is all kind of on the computer.
Digital, yeah. And so even, you know, booking systems and all that, it's such a big transfer over. You know, definitely a lot to learn in the tech savvy area, but you know, I think our generation, we're pretty good with that. Yeah. And you know, I think I would say I learn pretty fast. So no,
totally. I totally agree. One of the things that I remember when you first came on board to our team was you're like, wow, like you guys make so much. You're leveraging a lot of technology in all your systems, right? And like I remember you say you had like mountains of paperwork and everything was done on paper, and it was just filing this and that, right? And I was just scratching my head, just wondering, like, oh my god, like this is. Yeah,
we had like
so archaic, right?
We had a storage room.
Yeah.
Just purposely for documentation, and then outside we also had a whole bucket of them too.
Yeah.
It was, I think if the office, you know, something happened to the office, all that document would just be gone. There's no backup, nothing of that sort.
Really?
So, so I like the system. You know, everything is online. You know, anything happens, it's still there. So for the clients, you know, that's amazing. You know.
Yeah. Well, you know what, like. I find that real estate is advancing so quickly, right? And there's so many new technological advances that it's only kind of the right thing to do to keep up with those advances, so that we can kind of keep up with what's trending right now. Different services to help our clients, different services to help our back end in terms of keeping us organized, keeping everything in one spot, right? Yeah. You're able to help us build out our kind of Gantt chart of, like, you know, different, keeping track of our deals and keeping track of everything, which is amazing. Like, it was such an amazing thing to have that now and have a visual of everything moving through the stages, right? But yeah, it's I'm glad that, at least, because you're pretty you're technologically inclined pretty much, right? Like,
I would say so, yeah.
You're pretty good at, obviously, the technology, so it just made sense. Like, for me, like, you know, 3 or 4 years ago, I just made that commitment to just get into the tech,
everything,
connect on a different level with people, right? So when the pandemic hit, we were all saying we wanted to go all in on video, but when the pandemic really, like, came in 2020, like, I actually made that commitment to myself and to my clients, to go all in on video and have that connection with people, right? And I think it's really revolutionized the way we do our business. You can see I'm doing like 100 videos a day, sending it to people, right? Talking, like, all my emails are video. And it's completely revolutionized what we do, I think, or changed how we communicate with people, at least, right? So yeah, I think I'm glad to see that you kind of adapted that and you've taken that on and made it yours, right? And I promise I'll never ask you to use a typewriter.
No, I'm experienced, so I think I'm okay with using it if we ever have to.
It reminds me of, like, the courthouses, like the lady typing in the corner or whatever. Who probably uses a laptop now, by the way, not a typewriter, but maybe that's besides the point. You are going to be also getting licensed.
We spoke on that. I think hopefully by next year. So I think that's what we have planned. Hopefully by next year we'll have something working. And I'm looking forward to, you know, working as a team, as a partner. So what motivates you? Like, what do you like about working in real estate? Like, what gives you that drive to continue to come in every day and you know, give your 100% to our team and to our clients and to, you know. You know, growing up, I wasn't so much of book smart. You know, I didn't really pass much of my classes, so I never saw myself in a career, in a path. I didn't have a path until kind of 5 years ago. I started working with Century 21, and, you know, I started seeing all these transactions going on. I started seeing these clients, you know, face to face. I see how happy they are, and I think I've been working for over 10 years almost now, and I've always loved you know, making clients happy. I've always liked seeing that, as I mentioned just now. So that really motivates me, pushes me, and I think that's why I want to continue this path with you. That's
amazing. I mean, that's really why we do it, right? That's really why we're in this business, is to, you know, help people, right? And I really think we can help people more than just selling them or helping them buy homes. I think we could really help people in general. Like, we give a lot back to our community. We give a lot back to you know, different charitable you know, organizations over the course of the year. I mean, you know, we give a portion of every sale to the kids. And this year we're actually making the push to do the autism, right? The Autism Foundation. And so I think it's more than just helping clients, right? Obviously that's the priority, but it's also helping, you know, going a bit beyond that, right?
Yes,
and helping,
for sure.
helping a wider web of people. So it's a very it's a very tough business, but it's also a very rewarding business in the sense that you get to actually do the things and help the people that you want to actually help. So,
yeah, you gotta work hard to earn it.
Yeah, yeah, and it feels so good to be able to give back to
the community you live in. It's a community we all live in. We wanted to see it strive, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Are there certain things that bother you about the real estate industry now? That's a big contrast question, but
no. The fact how, you know, it's just not normal right now. It's really abnormal how prices are going up. You know, there's so little supply, which pushes that. You know, especially COVID, we had like a 360 of what the prediction was. And so, you know, hopefully the market kind of bounces back and we don't turn into something like, you know, China, Hong Kong. The economy there is just so, you know, it's dog eat dog over there, you know. Yeah. So I don't think we want that as our economy here in Canada, and so that in a sense, you know, that really scares me.
Yeah.
But I think I see a lot of potential with Trudeau and how he's dealing with it. So hopefully we can bounce back from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's for me. I think it's inevitable. Like I think we're at. Like Toronto specifically is like the New York of Canada, right? And so I think eventually we have to get to that point. And you know, New York is a heavy renters market. Like most people rent in New York just because they can't afford to purchase. So I do think that, you know, unfortunately that's where we are headed. But that's why we continue to push that message onto our clients. Get in now, get something for your kids, invest in your future. That's because true. We don't know if it's gonna, you know, if it's gonna slow down or not, right? And by the way it's looking now, and how many people actually have to are coming into the country, which we actually do need. We actually do need these people to come into the country, because there's jobs that needs to be filled that are you know, people are needed right now, right? There's jobs that need to be filled right now that nobody else really wants to do, and those are the, you know, the serving jobs, those are the, you know, the cleaning jobs, those are the nurse jobs, those are the jobs that people have left since COVID that we need to replace, and we need to get them in to boost our economy. Now all these people, they're coming in with money, right? Coming with $300,000-$400,000, and they want to plant roots here. And it's not like, you know, I always tell my clients, it's not like when your grandparents came with $5 in their pocket, right? So
it's very different.
Yeah. I mean, for me, like, just to add my 2 cents on what bothers me, it's just the lack of professionalism that we see in the industry. I think that that now that everything's been moved to Humber, I'm hoping that the quality of the agents that are coming out is going to be a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's not so much the quality, I guess, I don't know, is that the right way to say it? The quality of the agents, but I guess the preparedness of the agents.
Well, they do say, you know, agents coming out from Oria back then, I think 80% of them, they don't succeed because they're just coming out unprepared.
Yeah. The failure rate was about 80 to 90%, it was high, right? And it just I think it also put a bad rep on realtors that they weren't able to kind of serve their clients the way that they should be, right? That is partially in part by the brokerages, and so I think, I mean, you can see here, like, it's night and day here at where we are, right? At Remax Realtron. Yeah. Well, Tony, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
No, I wanted to. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. We've been trying to get this all together. Things have been kind of so hectic. So finally got you on, and I hope you guys enjoyed meeting Tony, who you'll be seeing more of in our videos, and who you'll be seeing more of, obviously, if you're a client of ours, in our back end. But now you can put a name to the face and know that he's a real person.
Yes, I am. I very much am.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, Tony, and we appreciate everything you do for us.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Make sure you guys visit us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Vinay Lakhani or Vinay Lakhani Team. You can search us, and make sure you follow and subscribe for more videos like this. Ciao for now.
Bye, guys.